This video uses clips and are fair use for commentary and analysis. All opinions are my own. Let's watch this.
Farmers and cattle ranchers are short 150,000 workers to pick crops. Fruit is rotting on the ground. No soybean deals with China, which is 60% of what they normally sell every year. Zero deals. Farm equipment. John Deere is losing millions of dollars due to tariffs. And farmers, if they have the money, are buying used equipment. Farmers who every single time vote for this administration, and every single time, this is an exact replica, but times 10 from his first term. Farmers crying at night, and many of them, I bet you, would say they'd vote for him again, getting exactly what you voted for.
Did you hear that, guys? 150,000 workers are needed. Geez, that's a lot. That's a big number, hey?
Farmers across the country say they don't have enough workers to even grow or harvest crops. The president now saying he has a solution. John Boltz, the president of the Arizona Farm Bureau, told ABC 15 the farming industry is short hundreds of thousands of workers. And if something doesn't change soon, more and more farms across the country will have to shut down.
It's been a chronic work shortage. We don't have the folks to work on farms. It's causing farms to go out of business.
Boltz has owned Desert Premium Farms in Yuma for more than 16 years. He relies on the H-2A program to fill the workforce gap, a program that allows farmers to hire temporary foreign workers.
It's a lifeline. It's the only thing we have right now to keep agriculture working.
But many say it has major drawbacks.
It's a 9-month process, and then the workers that you get can only work for you temporarily and only for a couple of seasons. It's a big challenge the way the program is designed.
It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States. And our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all, and that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help.
Well, guys, it seems Texas is in trouble. Deep red Texas is in deep trouble. Let's continue.
Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight. In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce, an exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement. The ripple effects of these raids are the gift that keeps on giving and will be felt nationwide. Unpicked crops are now left unharvested. Livestock were left untended, and rural economies are on edge. The story isn't just a tale of woe for Texas farms. It's a warning for American agribusiness, food prices, and communities that keep food on our plates. I need you to share this with every Republican you know. And you don't even need to wait for their response. They just need to know what's happening. And this is part of my line of work. I deal with commercial farmers, including these small farmers, as clients. And I cannot tell you how this is the beginning of the complete collapse of our economy under this Project 2025 administration that doesn't know what they're doing. You talk about the immediate shuttering of farms, because this is actually what's happening with the food, with the harvests that are lying there completely rotting. That is a loss of food to local food distributors, local grocery stores, local restaurants, hospitals. They sell their harvests, all sorts of vegetables, to businesses within the state of Texas. This is where you can go into your local grocery store, and now you're going to see hardly any vegetables or fruit, depending on what they're growing, or a shortage of meat. This is what's going to happen. Now, all of the other industries that support farming, you've got local pesticide, herbicide, fertilizer suppliers that are just, their sales are going to plummet. These farmers aren't going to be purchasing that. You've got H-2A workers who are now gone, migrant workers who are now gone. They were paying taxes. Even if they didn't have social security numbers, they were given tax numbers, tax ID numbers. So now you got millions of dollars just poof, gone overnight from these Texas communities. You've got trucking companies that are hired to haul the produce from the farms to the packaging plants. You've got packaging plants who wash the vegetables, grade the vegetables, pack the vegetables, whose sales are going to plummet. Now you're going to have other industries who don't employ either migrant workers or H-2A workers who are going to have layoffs. This is all under Republican leadership, not just from the White House, but from the Republicans that were elected in the state of Texas. And if you think this is going to stop at Texas, you've got another thing coming.
So guys, these videos of farmers on the brink of losing everything are dramatic. But let's be honest, none of this should come as a surprise. Soybeans are rotting, barns are half empty, bank foreclosures rising. This is exactly what happens when you vote for policies that work against you. So farmers overwhelmingly backed Trump. They cheered when he promised to take on China, to slap tariffs on imports and protect American agriculture, and they believed those slogans. They voted for them. But here's the reality. Those tariffs didn't protect farmers. They destroyed their markets. China and other countries simply turned to Brazil, Argentina, and other suppliers. Meanwhile, American farmers were left with silos full of unsold grain and prices that couldn't even cover the costs. Now that farmers are crying in interviews saying, "We can't survive like this, we're gonna go bankrupt." But the question has to be asked, what did you expect? You can't launch a trade war without consequences. You can't cut off your biggest buyers and think your crops will magically sell themselves. And the harsh truth is, MAGA farmers were sold a fantasy, and they bought it. They thought tariffs would punish foreign countries. Instead, tariffs punished them. They thought they were getting protection. Instead, they got foreclosure notices. They thought they were defending the American way of life. Now they're watching that way of life disappear. And here's the irony. Even now, many still double down. They still wave the flag. Still say, "We support Trump." At some point, the crying isn't just about crops. It's about denial. Because when you vote for the policies that break you, then complain about the consequences, that's not injustice. That's accountability. Let's be clear, guys. Farm work is tough. And no family deserves to lose their livelihood. But it's impossible to ignore the contradiction. MAGA farmers helped create the very storm that is now washing them away. They voted for trade wars. They voted for tariffs. And they voted for the chaos that is driven them into bankruptcy. So here's a question. Will they finally admit it? Will they finally recognize that slogans don't sell soybeans? That tough talk doesn't pay the bills? That politics has real consequences? Or will they keep voting the same way, season after season, hoping for a different outcome? Because at the end of the day, this ain't just about crops, it's about cause and effect. MAGA farmers are going broke, not because of bad luck, but because they backed the same policies that have guaranteed this outcome. And no amount of tears in the field can change that fact. So what do you think, guys? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.